In my 22 years of life, I've overcome a lot of major obstacles, but perhaps the biggest one, doctors are still trying to understand. It's a neurological disorder that affects nearly 1 in 250 people. It's called Aspergers Syndrome. I was diagnosed when I was 7 years old at Children's Hospital in Boston. At that time, it was a relatively new diagnosis. In the past 15 years, however, it has become one of the more discussed medical disorders of our time. Asperger's is like a stepbrother to autism. Although it is not the same disorder, they share many of the same traits and characteristics. Asperger's tends to affect one's social surroundings. It is difficult to make friends, keep a normal conversation going without switching the subject, and even blurting out something completely random. So what exactly makes me different? Is it the fact that I can name all 44 presidents of the United States backwards? Is it the fact that I can name former sports players and their statistics right off the top of my head? Or is it the notion that I have to deal with all the ridicule and pressure of being a picky eater and having high sensitivity issues? As someone who has lived with this disorder for most of my life, I can assure you that it is not easy. In fact, many believe that I would never even made it as far as I have in college. Most of my so-called friends back in the day are now troubled, have a criminal record, and are barely getting by. But I am someone who is not willing to give up what I've already accomplished and will not change into something I am not. Now some of you may be asking, why wouldn't you want to be like the rest of us? Surely you don't like the idea of your voice being high, the idea that you have strong emotional mood swings that can lead to depression, and the fact that you cannot win a girlfriend even if she stepped on your foot. Well, maybe I would like to change that last one. But my point is I am who I am. A smart, unique person who is ready to take life into my own hands. In some cases, that has made me a better person. I continue to have the most wonderful friends, some of whom have Asperger's themselves, and a terrific family who are both very caring and supportive of what I have done and continue to do. My goal and ambition to one day make it into the news or radio industry continues because of my passion, perseverance, and determination. I am someone who will fight hard for what I think is right and for what I believe I can do to make the world a better place. All I ask in return is that you refrain from looking at someone who has these disorders as people who are weak, nerdish, or insufficient. I ask that you learn more about Asperger's and other mental or social disorders so that you can teach us how to become more adaptable to our ever-changing social and cultural surroundings. Finally, I want people to realize that we are different, and I actually like it that way. To me, having Asperger's is not something to be upset about. Instead, I see it as a gift, and one that I have graciously accepted.